Hello, retro RPG tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Secret of the Silver Blades with me, BlueAnkylo. So, on this screen, we'll have our introduction here, and on this screen, we're going to have our adventurer journal. So, this is the third game in our Pool of Radiance Gold Box era PC RPG series. If you've missed those two, you might want to go check those out. I'll probably put some links to some playlists to that fairly soon. But yeah, we're continuing our adventures, and as I explained in those, I actually hadn't played all of these games when I was a kid. I played a lot of them, a lot of these Gold Box games, specifically the Kryn ones, actually. And I might have played this one, I'm not sure yet. But I'm looking forward to going back through more of these, and we're going to spend a fair bit of time in the journal going over the story, because that's where a lot of the story is, and then, you know, hopping back into game to see how things work. So, before I talk about the story, let's talk about what happened to our characters. Everybody wants to know what happens to the characters in between games. So, in the first two games, we had the same party of 6 people. I already forget their names. Point was, they were commenters, and then they disappeared, guys. They abandoned me. So, let's just roleplay it that those 6 characters, they left. They went somewhere else. A couple of them, Fella and Christina specifically, stuck around, and they maintain links to the original party. And some of the other ones have been replaced. And you might see a familiar addition in there that decided it was time to take charge of stuff. So let's have a quick look at our characters so you can see what's happened. Shinga is our new paladin. I changed some of his stats around a little bit to try to fit a little with some of the story he put in. Today's is just going to be a shortish episode to get started. We'll load the game up and get through the first little intro text and stuff. Hopefully in the comments we'll have some more build-up of who's who and what's going on, and then next episode I can spend a bit more time talking about that. So we're going to take a couple days off after this video. But yeah, this is the guy. Now, in between every game, when you carry your save over, you actually lose out on all your equipment. There's sort of a trick, I'll show you this in a second, but there's actually a way to start with some basic equipment in this game if you want. So that's why we've got some basic +1 equipment here. Because I feel like I spent a lot of time transferring everybody over and building them up in the previous game. Just having a couple extra basic items wasn't going to change too much. You know, I don't expect this game to be super difficult. Anyway, this guy has very similar stats to our previous paladin, and I transferred the experience over to the number exactly. So consider Shinga having rolled in with the previous paladin's amount of experience, even though his own previous life may be completely different than Earth's Darkness. We also have Fella McGubbins sticking around. Nothing's changed with him, I don't believe. Same thing with the Cleric Ranger that we had last game. That should be fun. We've got Pixel is our new fighter mage. This used to be Elric, I believe. I can't remember for sure. Pixel again has his own story. For other reasons, I decided to give him charisma relatively low, but you know, as the other guy had 19 dex, I think I gave him that as well, and just the general fair rundown of stuff. I think I may have re-rolled the HP to max again, just so it starts off at a good level. We're actually at the point in the leveling system where you don't get very much HP from a level up anyway, so it's not going to change much after level 9. Just the way the game mechanics work. We've got Christina back again, our Fighter mage, who does basically a little bit of everything. That's our bard, perhaps. Does a little bit of all things. That's fun. We've got Sarius, who is our new fighter mage thief, our only thief, and the only one who gets to wear leather armor specifically, doing backstabs. We'll show those off in game again. And as your thief level gets higher, those backstab damages do keep buffing up in this this rule set. So that's fun, and that'll be nice to see. And then finally me. Now, you see, if I'm going to join, I'm going to be the leader from the back. So I'm going to be spewing magic, mostly fireballs. And they may hit some of you guys up front, but you just got to understand that that's a perk of the job. My stats are also somewhat borderline goddish, pseudo demigod, maybe. It's because I'm, like, my avatar in the game has to be somebody that doesn't just die right away. And mages tend to have not enough armor or HP to survive stuff. In fact, our previous mage, what was his name? The something of Baw guy. He died. He was the only character that like regularly was dying. So I'm gonna try to avoid that personally. So anyway, you get me, and that's our group. So as a reminder, as we go through the games, if I look at the bottom, I think I might have mentioned this on the interlude, but in case you missed that, the level caps are higher now. So in the last game, each character had a maximum of like level 11 or 10 or 9 sort of levels. In this game, it looks like it's going to be about 15, so we can get a little bit higher. Although, usually you won't hit that unless you're a single class character. So our multi-classes will probably be 1 or 2 levels lower than whatever the max is, just because there won't be enough experience to go around. And if you're not familiar with D&D, but you can see like up to level 9, you get an extra dice, like 9d10. Every level up is a 1 to 10 extra HP. After that, it's just +3 per level for a paladin, +2 per level for a ranger, +2 for thieves, +3 for fighters, +2 for clerics, and just a lowly +1 for mages. So once you're past your level 11 on a magic user, you basically don't get any more HP. Well, you get a constitution bonus as well, but you don't get very much, is what I'm trying to say. We also have higher levels of spells. I think in the last game, we stopped at level 5 magic. So now we can get access to level 7 mage spells. The weapons are going to be the same, as far as I can tell. And level 6 cleric spells. We're actually missing a lot. In D&D, there's a lot of level 6 cleric spells that they did not program into this game. So we get Harm, which if it works, leaves an enemy with like 2 or 3 HP, no matter what they started at. And Heal, that should full heal one of your characters. Pretty nice. But level 5 is where it is. That's where you get your Flame Strikes and your Raised Deads and stuff, and it's pretty cool. There's also Ranger magic somewhere. There's a little bit of Druid magic. I might have missed it, but whatever. It doesn't matter too much. Let's get on with the show. So, what's happened? Where are we? What's going on? Secret of the Silver Blades. At the end of the last story, we were cursed to the Azure Bonds. We broke our curse and escaped. So, let's see. Does this matter at all? Just sort of giving this a quick skim to see if I should read this over. Feel free to pause it and read it if you want. Dear Fafnir, shouldn't have followed those crazy adventurers. Ah, right. So this is our heroes. We're the heroes who supposedly destroyed the Pool of Radiance. Everywhere they went, talk of the battles, amazing stuff we did at Zentil Keep, all the cool stuff we did in the previous 2 games. Just a little bit of recap, I suppose, for the most part. Turned up in Tilverton. So this covers like the first game. This covers probably the second game. Couldn't catch this guy, Rolf, has been chasing us around, I guess. He might have been a character. I don't know if we saw him actually. I forget. There's a couple side characters you see every now and then. Sure, it's cool, whatever. What I want to show you guys is actually this part. So, how the heroes arrive. This is where we start our game. This is our prequel. Or intro, I guess. The miners haul the chests of gems to the edge of the well. The iron-banded boxes teeter a moment on the brink, then tumble over and break the glassy surface with a splash. The mayor steps forward, clad in worn armor, and raises his hand skyward, beseeching, "Great well of knowledge, I call upon you to bring us champions to defeat the evil that infests our mine." The sky grows dark, and the ground rumbles. The air is electric with eldritch power. With a crackle of light appear several figures, laying dazed and naked upon the ground. One of the miners moves cautiously to the nearest, and shakes him, eliciting only an incoherent groan. He looks up at the mayor and asks, "You sure these folks are worth our entire treasury? They don't seem too impressive to me. Maybe you should have asked for some armor and swords and stuff, too." The mayor frowns in concentration. Other one. The ways of the well are mysterious. It has always been reliable, but not predictable. Our wish has summoned these heroes bereft of equipment or sense. We must take them back to our town and give them whatever help we can. Only then can we hope for aid. So this is explaining why we lose out on all our cool gear, I guess. And why our party is different. You just blame this mayor. The dazed bodies are loaded onto carts, and they begin weaving their way through a maze of collapsed buildings. Suddenly, streaks of fire light the overcast sky and shoot towards the well. Straggling miners rush up to the carts, yelling incoherently, flames from the sky. Creatures attacked and encircled the well. Teleporters shut down. Fritz is dead. The carts bounce on more quickly until they pass through a gateway and pull up at a large house. The miners lift the still limp adventurers and take them inside. The mayor steps forward and states, "Now we wait. They must recover from the shock. We must trust that the well has provided what we need." And that is all you get. So, with that introduction, load up my game. If you're wondering about the health bars on the top, that's from Goldbox Companion, and we'll also have a map once we're in game. And finally, we will also... Well, if you want to, I can put little portraits up on the top by everyone's name as well, like I did last time. It's just a matter of finding the right little avatar to go with everybody. You guys maybe, you know, if you're one of the 6 characters and you've got a little picture you'd like, I'll leave in the description the height and width it must be in pixels. So if you guys want to find some and, you know, customize your character portrait a little bit, that'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool. Anyway, let's begin adventuring. Oh, right, of course, of course. Word number 4, journal entry 33. Of course, of course. Copyright protection from the old days. So what did I say? Word number 4, journal entry 33. That's down here. Way down here. Okay, journal entry 33. And I believe you count, when you're looking at these things, you count the first 2 words as well. So, word number 4, sorry. Prisoner's tale, I am. So I think it's am, unless it counts I am one of. Like, I never remember. We're going to try am. And if that doesn't work, well... Okay, that's right. You are supposed to count the title as well. I thought so. Alright, so... You have grown bored with peace and yearn for a new adventure. Suddenly, a dreamlike lassitude overcomes you. It feels as though you are floating high above the ground. So this time it's from the perspective of our heroes. A valley resolves itself below you. At its base is a small walled town. Higher up is a mine shaft surrounded by ruins. The top of the valley is filled with a shimmering glacier. We also have better graphics. As these games rolled along, they did improve, actually. Like I said, the Kryn games are pretty awesome once we get there. Looking at the glacier, you feel a sense of disquiet. Peering closer, you note a castle embedded in its icy heart, and you are sure that something waits there, something powerful and evil. Suddenly, you are rushing closer to the ruins. Below you appears an ancient well surrounded by people. There is a flash, and you lie on the ground dazed. Faces gather around as you slip into unconsciousness. And then you awake far later. Greetings. I am glad to see you are awake. I am Priam, mayor of New Verdigris, and your host. We are sorry for any inconvenience, but our needs are great. Little do we know that they summoned us and stole our weapons. We called upon the Well of Knowledge to provide us with champions. You arrived, albeit dazed and bereft of equipment. Stupid Well of Knowledge. He continues and recorded in journal entry 37, so now you learn why I want this journal open all the time. So journal entry 37. We are a small town of miners in desperate straits. 3 months ago we opened a new shaft and monsters boiled forth. Perhaps this is a gateway to the abyss. In any case, we lost many comrades in the monsters, and as the monsters have climbed up level after level of the mine. Now they are invading the nearby ruins. Soon they will reach New Verdigris. To add to our problems, something has captured the Well of Knowledge. The well imparts information, occasionally grants wishes, and controls the teleporter in my house, of course. If you free the well, then you can use the teleporter to move through the ruins. Once the well is protected, you must descend into the mines and stop these horrors from emerging. Others have tried, but none have returned. You must save us before we are overwhelmed. So we've got at least 2 main quests to get on with. Alright. We scraped together some equipment and money for you. Alas, this is all we have. So, essentially, what I've done, if you want to look at, the items. So, all the stuff here, every time you start the game, it adds in the same list of magical identified loot. So what I did was I'd start the game, grab the loot for a couple people, and then remove my characters from the party, add them, restart the game, add those characters to a new party, technically, and then start over again. So everyone got sort of a long sword and a shield and armor. And the rest of the stuff's not that great. But I didn't stack up like 10 Ice Storm wands or 10 gauntlets of Ogre Paddle. I only gave people the long swords and shields mostly, just the basic stuff. The leather armor for a thief, you know how it is. Point was, we didn't have enough equipment here to give everybody anything, really. So I wanted to make sure it was fair. There's some money and stuff, but I've already sort of cheated my way to get lots of stuff, so we'll just leave it. That's fine. No, I say it's fine. Alright. You may use my house as a base of operations. There is an armory and a mage who might provide you with more equipment. There is a bookish group of mages called the Black Circle who wander the area. Do not fear them. One sells magic tomes in town. Keep to the mapped portions of the ruins. The streets are a maze to the unwary. In the northernmost room of my house is a teleporter to the Well of Knowledge, which still works. It is the quickest way to reach the well. The chalked arrows in the runes point roughly towards town. Alright, and there you have it. We now can move around and do stuff. Congratulations, this is the game, in case you're wondering. Let me pull that map up, because I hate getting lost on camera. So, part of Goldbox Companion is a very, very handy map, and I just gotta remember how to load it up here again. Location Wizard. So, our current location is 3-3 south, facing south, specifically. Then we search for variables, take a step, and see what's changed. We are now 3-4 south. That's the only variable that has changed. Save location, exit. And we should be able to pull the map up. Maybe? It's not a very good map. What did I do wrong? Maybe you don't get a map in his house. Or I did the map wrong. I'll figure this one out for sure for the next one, but I got the variable just fine. It does move around. Yeah, the cursor is just, it's not loading up the actual map itself. Oh well, it's no big deal. So, we'll have a quick look around and we'll probably wrap the episode up fairly quickly here. Wait a second, what's happening? Oh, you know what I did? Oh no. I forgot you could do that. If you click on the map, you can actually teleport yourself in-game. Yeah, shoot, I did not mean to do that. Just let me out. I'm not out of the building, I'm stuck in here. Alright, sorry guys. I actually didn't mean to. I'm demonstrating one of the other things Goldbox Companion can do. You can actually use the built-in map to essentially cheat. Get around wherever you want. Totally lost now. Alright, private resident. Okay, we can figure out where we're supposed to be from here. Townsmen walk by and shout encouragement. I wish the map was working. I wonder why that's not working. Private residence. Just explore the town a little bit. This is what it's... Okay, there you go. We found our way home. Alright, so we can rest here. That's nice. Oh, he's got more to tell us. I don't know if you have ever been to Ulash, but if you have, you might remember me. We might have been to Ulash. Let's see what his tale is on Journal 47. Sorry for the teleporting and cheating. Didn't mean to. We won't be doing that in the future. Don't worry. Mayor relates Ulash. Not long ago, I served Hillsfar as a red plume. Oh, Hillsfar is like an in-between game. Between Pool and Curse. We did meet some red plumes, though, and we have been sort of by Hillsfar. I was faithful, and they made me commander of the city of Ulash. We were locked in a fierce war to protect the city from the forces of Zentil Keep. Yeah, these guys are from the west or something. The war tired me, and I began to yearn for peace. What finally decided for me... speaking. The cult of Moander. All these guys, we killed their god, I think. It used my city as a base to restore its dead god to life. Were it not for a band of blue-tattooed adventurers, the cult might have succeeded. In fact, these are, well, two of our party, at least. I left as the Zentrum attacked and wandered north. Here I found my leadership skills in need, so became mayor of this peaceful backwater. Now the peace is threatened. I hope you have the power to protect us. Alright, that's cool. A little bit of connection between this game and the last. So now we're in his house. There should be a portal in here somewhere. That's the portal. Sweet, sweet. No, I don't want to go through that right now. And a bunch of empty rooms. This will be a lot easier to navigate once I've got the map working. I don't know why it's not working. You can also pull up sort of an in-game map, but it's not generally all that helpful because, well, you can move around like this, but like that's no fun. You can't even really see where the doors are, so you have to just remember them. So we're not going to do that. I guess what I'm going to do then is I'm going to end the episode here, post it on YouTube so you guys can start, my 6 characters can start coming up with stories and backgrounds and stuff a little bit better. I'm going to have to, I didn't really show this off, but because we've got so many mages, yeah, that's great. Oh, he's got more to tell us, whatever. I don't really want to hear it right now. I just want to rest here specifically. So, we can encamp. We can, save the game. That's pretty important. Don't quit. But we've got a lot of magic to memorize. And because we're starting to get to relatively high levels, it's going to take me a fair while to choose what I want for all these spells. So I'll do this one in between episodes. And then the beginning of next episode, I'll sort of show you what I picked. And we can also use Goldbox Companion to sort of, on its own, memorize what I've picked. And then later on, instead of having to reselect everything slowly and try to remember which spells you've cast and then re-scribe those back in, or re-memorize those from your spell book, Goldbox will just do it for us. So that will be sped up a little bit. This is, as you get to a high level, I mean, there's just so many spells, and you can only pick, a couple, right? I don't think I know any level 6 magic spells, even though I'm technically able to cast them at my current level. I have to go find some scrolls. Oh yeah, that's one last thing. I sort of added in all of the level 1 to 5 scrolls to all of our mages. The clerics automatically learn them when they level up. I'm going to assume that on our adventures over the last however many years it's been since Curse, our mages have probably learned all of the level 1, 2, 3 spells, right? Like, we already knew most of them from the last game. Let's just assume we've learned the rest. And finally, last thing, I guess I meant to show this off. Where is it? We can go view. No, not there. Alter. This moves people around. No. Speed we want to keep fairly quick. But actually, it's not too fast, because I want you guys to be able to read the text. It's the icon. So I've given everybody an icon. Shinga, this is yours for now. If you have any huge problem with it, let me know. I can't change too much of it, but you've got like an axe and a shield and a cool Viking helmet, and you're purple, because I want everyone to have a different color. So you're the purple Power Ranger. That icon's totally okay. Fella is kind of a ranger. I mean, he's literally a ranger. So I gave him the bow and sort of green outfit. I figured that would fit. And that's cool. Pixel is, I can't remember why I made him black and white, but black and white's cool. And it's definitely different than the old blue pants, green shirt thing. We got Christina, who's the only girl. And I gave her like a mace, because that's pretty cool. Morningstar, maybe I guess would be the thing to call it. And the girl, purple helmet, purple hat. It's cool, right? I hear she likes weapons like Morningstars, so she can have that. And we got Sarius, who is our thief. thieves are always yellow and weird like that. So he's got a cool little hat and a little dagger. Although he's probably not going to use a dagger in practice. You know, I give him the yellow. And then me, of course, I'm the mage, and I'm blue. So what'd you really expect out of that? So anyway, there you go. I set all that up. You can change the difficulty level. I'm just going to leave it on veteran. I can't remember 100% what this changes. It's either the enemies get like extra HP, or they get more enemies per battle, or something like that. We're just going to leave it at veteran and see how it rolls like that for the most part. Fix you can use to automatically heal everybody in encampment as long as you have time and you're not in like a dangerous area. And then of course resting to learn your spells and stuff. I assume you guys, if you're watching this by now, have a fair idea how these games work. I will try to explain it more as we go along. But yeah, next time I'll make sure that map is working, and I'll probably give a bit of an introduction to all of our characters, assuming they leave me something to work with. So, there you go, folks. Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. As this is a new series, I would appreciate any likes or comments or questions. Those help other people find the video as well. And it always makes me feel a little bit better when these new series get off to a really good start like that. So, there you go. I reminded everybody. All right, folks. Have a great day. I'll see you next time.